Okay, I'm gonna change our jersey template to a Green Bay Packers color, and we'll change the name and stuff too. So just show you what to do. So there's our file. We want to start by opening another one at the exact size, which is 3000 by 3000 at 300 resolution pixels per inch, and RGB just because of filters. When it goes to Pillow Profits, it needs to be CMYK, but the dimensions are correct. So we're going to change this. We want it to look like a Green Bay Packer, so we'll make it Aaron Rodgers. So let's start by going into the name 00, and let's get rid of these borders because we'll be replacing them. So that's gone. And now let's take team, hold down shift and bring it over here. Holding down shift puts it in the exact position that it was in. And let's go Rodgers. Okay, we're good. And now that's selected, we make sure in actions that we've got realistic embroidery and step 1 is selected, and we hit play. Okay, it's all done. There's only 2 layers that we're going to need. We're going to need borders and we're going to need Rodgers. So we'll want to turn on Rodgers. The others we don't need. But we do need to, before we drag it over, we need to go into the Smart Object. So double click the borders and turn off border 1, turn on border 2, close it, and yes, we want to save it. So we've done that. Now we want to adjust the color. So let's go in color overlay because we don't like the orange or red stitching. Click on the color. It gives you a color palette. That will automatically give you an eyedropper. Click on the yellow. We're good. Now color makes it a little muddy. You'll have to play around with it. Sometimes it's color, sometimes it's overlay. With the yellow, you'll want to go overlay. For some reason, it just gets rid of the mud and actually makes it yellow. Since we're in here, never mind, I'll do this later. So now I'll click that, and I think in Windows you control click to get this other layer. On a Mac it's command. Now I've got these 2 selected. Bring it over here. Now we can delete team. Don't need it because we got that. We're going to do the exact same thing with the number. So let's delete all these layers out of this secondary file. Don't need them. We just want the white background left. Go back here to the Green Bay, to the jersey template. Grab the 13. Hold down shift so it's in position. Same thing. Make sure it's selected. Make sure this layer, the setup and borders, is selected, and hit play. Okay, all done. Now let's go in into the Smart Object. Again, turn off border 1, turn on border 2, close it and save it. Now don't even worry about the color at this point because we're just going to copy the layer style, but we have to turn on the number 13, the text. Oh, I screwed up. Sorry. I'm going to do that one more time because we need to change it to 12. So let's bring 13 in here, holding down shift, text, and 12. There we go. And now we do it one more time. Okay. Double click the Smart Object. Off with layer border 1, on with border 2. Close and save. Don't worry about the colors. Turn on the text. Select that. Bring those 2 over. Hold down shift so it's in position. Delete the 13 now. We don't need it anymore. There we go. Now, the reason we don't worry about the color of the stitching is we're just going to take the border that's the right color, which is this one here, and we're going to right click on it and copy the layer style. Then we can go into this border and just paste the layer style, and it will replace it with the right color. Okay, and we can also do that with the stitching for down below. Let's, while we're at it, paste that layer style. Now we have the yellow stitching. Now that we've done that, let's turn on the second stripe and let's paste the layer style for that stitching. And we're good there. And now I think, let's see what looks better. I'm not sure if the yellow stripe would look better on top or bottom. So let's go to let's make sure that we got the right stripe. Okay, so let's go to the second stripe and color overlay. Let's make it Packers yellow or gold or whatever they call it. Or cheese. There we go. Okay, so now everything's coming along. So now what we want to do is we want to change the actual color of the shirt because obviously Blue's not their color. Let's choose the green. And basically that is it, with one exception. You might want to mess with the shading, this outer shading, because this green does look a little bit on the dark side, so you might want to lighten it up or exaggerate. Like you can go and make it really noticeable, like that, or lighten it a bit to 3 or 30% or 40%, whatever you like. But basically that's it. And so now we can save that as Jersey template GB12, we'll call it, and save it to the desktop. This one we can close because we don't need it anymore, and we're done. So there we go. That's as simple as it is. And if you have questions, let me know.